Good evening, everybody. As you can see, I am wearing the Future Looks Bright hat and the Valuetainment red shirt. And I'm wearing this because I want to give you my perspective on the best, the worst videos for PBD podcast. I'm not sure if anyone's done this. Maybe somebody has, maybe somebody hasn't. Doesn't matter. I want to give you my take on the PBD podcast. First of all, I really do enjoy watching the PBD podcast. I wish this says weekly episodes. I hope they did it daily. I hope they did podcast daily. Unfortunately, many of these guys are busy. Patrick has several businesses. He has several agents. If he's still working with agents and finances and all that stuff. So he's a pretty busy guy. So he can't really be in the studio every single morning. But when he is, his subject matter is most of the time very, very good. So I'm going to give you take, my take on the best and the worst so far of the PBT podcast. Here we go. Oldest. Let's go with the oldest. And some I have not seen. Okay. Some I have not. This is not in numerical order. Wonder why. Anyhow, um, I've not seen the one with Shaquille O'Neal. I should watch that one. Andrew and Tristan Tate, um, I usually don't mess with those guys. Meaning I don't listen to them very often. I know Michael Francis has talked to him. Michael Francis has talked to Andrew Tate and Tristan, I believe both. So I'm not going to touch on that particular territory. There's some heated debates that I've seen. This Liver King, I'm not sure about this guy. I really don't. Why is he shirtless on the podcast? I don't know. I don't know why he's doing it, why he's shirtless on that. I don't know. But whatever. That's him. My least favorite, and I personally believe the worst podcast is with this gentleman named Roland Martin. Patrick Bet David will talk to anybody and everybody, probably. And there may be some people who he won't. There probably there are probably some people who he probably will not talk to. We don't know who those people are yet. Um I don't think he's really told us who he won't talk to, but I'm sure there's a list of people he will never have on his podcast. Um Roland Martin is my least favorite. Okay. Roland Martin is a liberal. Roland Martin is a Democrat, and oh gosh, the heated exchanges between him and Patrick. And Patrick is always cool. Patrick never really raises his voice, never shouts at anyone, but I'm sure in deep inside him, he really wants to get on Adam Sosnick's nerve because Adam Sosnick, who I'm trying, Sods from Soscast. I'm trying to kind of warm up to Adam because this time around, especially in the last 4 or 5, maybe even 7 years, Adam Sosnick has um, been in support of President-elect for the second time, President-elect Trump. Um, in the beginning, I think 2016, and someone will have to correct me on this, but I believe Adam was totally into the Democratic Party 2016. And it wasn't until later on, whether it's before the assassination or after the assassination or the attempted assassination of Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, this year. I think it was April 13th, if I remember correctly, or August 13th, one of the months, whatever. Maybe it's October. When was Trump assassinated? What day of the week was that? What day? Trump assassination one was, yeah, July 13th. So I think after that, whether before that or after, I think it's before that, but Adam Sosnick was really starting to get into Team Trump lately, which is good. Um, but in the beginning, like 2000, excuse me, 2016, um, he was not into, and even before that, Adam was not Team Trump. But I, I'm glad to see that Adam Selznick has really realized either through PBD reporting, the podcast reporting, Tom Ellsworth reporting, Vinny O'Connor reporting, that Adam has been lured in a nice way, in a good way, in a positive way toward Team Trump. So wonderful. That's good. But we still have a problem with Adam Sosnick, but that's a totally different thing. Again, my least favorite podcast is with Roland Martin. Okay, it is, bar none. The second to that, this guy, I don't know who this guy is. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce his last name. Don't need to. I have not watched a Tom Brady podcast or yeah, whatever. I'm not. This one was interesting. This one was very interesting. Okay. Dark Side of Transitioning. Very interesting. I like the Reza Pahlavi. Reza Pahlavi. I really like these two. The first one and the second one, I really do watch the whole thing. He is the crown prince of Iran. He was the son of the Shah of Iran. And the Shah's been dead for quite some time. Not a big fan of Mike Tyson. I'm sure this was a good podcast. Michael Rappaport, he he was a good actor. The only movie I know Michael from is Men of Honor with Cuba Gooding Jr. But this was an interesting one. Michael Rappaport was a pretty good one. Um, because I don't think he was a Trump fan the first time, 2016. I don't think so. Someone will have to correct. I don't like this Damon Dash guy. I tried to watch him. I didn't like him. Okay, didn't like him. Not as bad as Roland Martin. Not as bad, but I didn't like this one. I didn't like this one. Ryan Garcia, come on. Ryan Garcia, come on, man. Get out of boxing, brother. Get out of boxing. Um, I skipped this one because just the Billy Carson one. Holy smokes! This gentleman, this guy is crazy with his beliefs about Jesus. How Jesus is an alien. Seriously, dude? Let me ask you this, Billy Carson. Have you ever read the Bible? Seriously, have you ever read the flipping Bible? All 66 books? Have you read the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? Have you? Because if you have, Billy Carson, I'm talking to you, you will not be saying what you're saying in this video. And I just have to, I had to look at the trailer and just say, hell no, I am listening to you. I ain't listening to you. I'm not even going to take my time or money to buy your dumb book. I'm sorry. I am not gonna watch. I'm not gonna watch this one. Less than 2 minutes, and then I'm out of here. Seriously, who the heck writes a book that says, in his estimation, that Jesus is an alien. That stops me cold turkey, man. You seriously, come on, seriously. Stephen Greer, this guy was an interesting guy. I like this one. I like this one. Mark Epstein was that was a brave one. That was a bold one. Holy smokes! The brother of the murdered, possibly Jeffrey Epstein in prison. Ice Cube. Did I watch this one? I don't think I did. Not the whole thing. Bryce Mitchell. No, forget about it. Never been to space. Flat Earth. He's wrong on that one. I'm just reading the title, and I think this guy's wrong. This guy's crazy. Okay. MIA. MIA. This Diddy's bodyguard. Now I read, not read. I saw a podcast with Michael Franzese and the guy who I forget his name now. The guy who investigated the death of Biggie's Notorious B.I.G. I don't Biggie Small, is that the same guy? Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls. Same guy? Yeah, okay, same guy. Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. And Tupac Shakur, the guy who investigated the guy. Tupac, Biggie Smalls murder. Detective. What's his name? What the hell is his name? Greg Cading. Is that the guy? Yeah, I think. Yeah, Murder Rap. I want to read the book Murder Rap. Let's see. So Michael Franzese interviewed Greg J. Kading. Very interesting, and he says that Suge Knight. I'm quoting Greg right now. Okay, that Suge Knight when Michael Franzese talked to Suge Knight, and then he talked to this guy, Gregory James Kading, he said Suge Knight was not truthful. Take everything that Suge Knight ever said in that sit down from prison, in that sit down with Michael Franzese, and take everything that Suge Knight said with a grain of salt. Wow. Now, go to PBD, and this dude was also a bodyguard for Sean Combs. Do we take here's my question. Do we take this dude with a grain of salt? What he says about Diddy. Okay. Do we take this guy's word or do we take it with a grain of salt? That's the next thing. Because I don't think Michael has talked to this guy. I don't think so yet. I want to see I don't see his name in the title. That's okay. I like this one, the Cliff Connectley one. I watched Cliff Connectley. I love Cliff. He's a great guy. Cliff Connectley's a great guy. I love his the videos he and his son Stuart do for Give Me an Answer and on the college campuses. This was a really good one. This is one of my favorites because I listen to Cliff. I watch his videos on YouTube. I liked this one. And I'm so glad that PBD got to meet him and talk to him. This was cool. I really like this guy. This guy was cool. This ex-sniper guy who said that there were problems in the Secret Service when at the Butler, Pennsylvania rally. Nicholas Irving, love you, dude. I respect you, man. Russell Peters, you're funny. Russell Peters, you're funny. Okay. You may not be Team Trump, but that's okay. I like his comedy. I like his comedy. Oscar De La Hoya. He's what I know about Oscar De La Hoya. I saw Oscar De La Hoya on an episode of Hell's Kitchen from last season, not this coming season. Last season was called Only in America, I think it was. And Oscar De La Hoya was one of the guys who was in what they call the chef's table in the Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay. Oscar De La Hoya is a very famous boxer in the likes of Sugar Ray, Sugar Ray Leonard, yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard. There's two Sugar Rays, right? Sugar Ray. There's two Sugar Rays, right? There's a Sugar Ray rock band, Sugar Ray Robinson, and then Sugar Ray Leonard. So Oscar De La Hoya is a boxer in the same fashion, if you will, of Sugar Ray Leonard. Okay. Okay, and I saw Oscar De La Hoya on an episode of last season's Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay. Now, Oscar looks okay. I'm going to say this. His girlfriend, whoa. And I'm not going to talk, I'm not going to say anymore. Wow. And I don't mean that in a positive way. And if you understand why I say it that way, you'll understand. Enough said. Damn Bilzerian, I don't like this guy. This guy's weird. This guy's weird. I I could not finish this guy. I really couldn't. Um, oh, this dude, member Parliament in where is he from? Poland. I love this guy, Dominique. Hey, Dominique. He was also at the election night 2024 with that very special podcast. I love Dominic. Dominic, hi. How you doing? Love you, guy. Keep it up. Rule. You should be the ruler of Poland. Man. You should be the ruler of Poland. Okay. Ryan Montgomery, don't know who he is. I'm going to skip him. David Kipping, don't know who he is. Okay. Randall Carlson, don't know him. Don't care. Stephen Baldwin, he was okay. The Rock. If you smell what the Rock is cooking. Good episode with The Rock. I actually like The Rock. Luis Elizondo. Luis Elizondo. I did not watch that one. Douglas Murray. Don't know him. Don't care. Bill O'Reilly. I want to read his book about the presidents. The best and the worst presidents in U.S. history. Bill O'Reilly, I respect you, dude. Really respect you. And I look forward to reading your book about the worst and the best presidents. That is cool. Bill O'Reilly from Fox News, Fox Nation, whatever, the Bill O'Reilly Factor, the O'Reilly Factor. I respect you, dude. All right, I respect you. Elections Hacked, that's interesting. I haven't watched it, but I heard it's interesting. Battle for Britain, I'm not sure what that is. Former Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, that's not bad episode. I would like to see Mike Johnson on the PBD podcast. The current Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. I like Mike Johnson. Donald Trump came to the podcast. It was a fantastic podcast. It was a marvelous, fantastic, amazing podcast. I'm doing terrible, Trump. Excuse me. I'm speaking. You be quiet. I'm speaking. Donald Trump, cool. Good to see you on the PBD podcast. Do it again. I dare you. Do it again. Okay, brother. Hulk Hogan here. I came on the PBD podcast, brother. Love Hulk Hogan. He's a good brother in the Lord. Jim Jordan, love you. I love listening to him, especially, woo, especially at the hearings. Jim Jordan, you ever hear him at the hearings? If you haven't, you should look him up. Just look up Jim Jordan. Look up Jim Jordan at the hearings. This guy will kick your ass before you become an ass. Ooh. Okay. Jim Jordan, listen to the guy. You know, Reza Pahlavi, Eddie Hearn, don't know him. Roman Sharif, no, don't know him. Forget about it. That's what I do. Forget about it. That's it. There's videos, podcasts, PBD podcasts. No, I don't want to go to 512. Hey, man, no. Oh, that's that is, okay. Go back, you some podcasts, playlists, business podcast, politicians on the podcast, athletes on the podcast, great debates, the great debates. All right, video. Go back to videos. That's all they have, huh? I would think they would have more. Let's keep going. Roland Martin, blah, blah, blah. That's it. Hmm. All right. That's my take on Patrick Bet David's podcast. I hope you get some of what I said. Um, and I'll leave it at that. I'm looking forward to more podcasts with PBD. Again, I'm wearing the Future Looks Bright hat. I got the red shirt on. You saw it earlier, and I just gave him my spiel. You know, I gave my spiel what I think is the best and the worst. Some of these I'm totally gonna skip, like the Pornhub one. Skip that one. Don't need to watch it. Um, Elite sex rings exposed. Maria Karina is all about the corruption in Venezuela. Solve it. That's all I have to say about that. Max Ted Eggmark or Tejmark? Not sure. I'm gonna skip this one, and I'm gonna skip this one. Don't need to watch it. I don't need to. Okay. Don't need to watch it. So the worst is Roland Martin. The best, and my favorite is Cliff Connectley and Hulk Hogan and Donald Trump. That's it. Everyone else, okay. I'll give points to the sheriff. You gotta give points to that sheriff. I gotta give points to the sheriff. I like this guy, Grady Judd, Sheriff Grady Judd. Great episode. Watch it if you haven't yet. All right. Stupidest, worst, Billy Carson. I'm sorry. Jesus was an alien. Are you out of your flipping mind? I just screamed at you already, Billy Carson. You're crazy. You're crazy, y'all. You're crazy. Ryan Garcia, Cuba Gooding Jr. Okay, I'll give him some points. I'll give him some points. Cuba Gooding Jr. I wish Cuba Gooding Jr. did more faith-based films. Cuba Gooding Jr. should be doing more faith-based films. Honestly, he should be. He should be. Ryan Garcia, go to church, brother. Go to church. All right. Go to church. That's all I'm gonna say about him. Let's go to church. That's all I have for you guys tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Write in the comments what you think. If I'm wrong, write in the comments. If you agree with me, write in the comments. All right. And I hope y'all have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.